Hello everybody, and welcome back to Pokemon White. And this is part 3 of exploring around Castelia City. Yeah. And I'm thinking even after this, I'm probably still gonna be not quite done yet. Yeah, there's probably gonna be at least one more video of exploring around the city before we even think about going to the Castelia gym. Yeah. Yeah, but anyways, now, as you can see, yeah, we are still in the battle company building, where we're gonna be finding some even more trainers, of course, so that we can have our team get at least a little bit more stronger, before we actually tackle the Castelia gym. But anyways, Ivan, and he's got himself a well then. And my Blitzo can easily handle that. And Woobat. Oh, what the? Really? Once again, a slight bit of health left. Jeez, are you serious? Last time it was that Rock'n'Roller, and now it's that freaking Woobat. Jeez. And there we go. Our Blitzo's now level 21. Alright, so nice +2 for HP, but once again, not surprised that it got a +0 for at least one of its defenses again. Oh well, cool. Yeah, that is honestly the best you can do, honestly. Alright, now for that next one. Yeah, since my temple is the only one left to reach level 21, I'm honestly gonna have her be in the lead. I found a wonderful trainer. I will research you immediately. Well, and let's just hope that your research does not take too long, because this city's already huge enough as it is. God damn it! I was just saying I did not want to make this go any longer, but yet, God, now this friggin' moon is probably gonna take us a lot more longer now. God damn it. And you're gonna start things off by utilizing your X items. Yeah, essentially just like with every scientist actually does. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I'm probably not gonna take. Okay, I'm probably not gonna take this thing out with Muna. I'm probably not gonna take the Muna out with Temple, considering that. Yeah, well, it is moving faster than Muna, but it's not doing as much damage to prevent that from occurring. Yeah. And it also still doesn't change the fact that the Muna could still use freaking hypnosis just to put my Temple to sleep. Or unless it wants to keep using Moonlight over and over and over. Yeah, we're gonna be here a while. Oh, okay. Thank God you missed that hypnosis there. Okay, come on. Oh, come on! God damn it, Muna, I really hate you so much. Yeah. Okay, come on. Fine, let's see how much that goes. Okay, yeah, that is not doing as much damage. Oh, and now you put my Temple to sleep. Great. Yeah, I really have no choice. I have to switch. And I may as well switch over to my Audino just because, well, I may as well take this time to wake up my, wake up my Temple. Why would you waste your hypnosis on my Audino when you could have easily just utilized, Psybeam? Yeah, that. Well, you could have easily just used that and just KO'd my Audino like that. So, I don't know why the Muna literally didn't even bother to freaking attack me with that freaking hypnosis first. I mean, it didn't even. It wanted to use hypnosis instead of Psybeam first. Jeez. And even though I have my passage down, but of course I still have to worry about the freaking moonlights. Oh boy. Okay, thank God you missed that hypnosis. Get yourself out of here again, Muna. Yeah, I'm thinking at this point I really need an actual Dark-type Pokemon on my team. Yeah, at least either a ghost or a dark type on my team, because, yeah, well, even though Pansage is great, and I am glad that he has at least a move that can at least handle psychic types at this point, but it's just, since Pansage does not evolve into a dark type, which means that Bite is essentially situational, really. Yeah. But, oh, and speaking of situational, yeah, even though I want to have my Team Pole level up, but unfortunately we have to deal with a Sawaddle. Oh, you're gonna go for direct dire hit. Alright, let's see how much round does. Nothing. Well, it did some damage, but yeah, I'm honestly not gonna keep my Team Pole out. Because clearly, if I keep my Team Ball out, it would just take even longer. Yeah, that's why my Pick 9 is definitely gonna destroy that Sawaddle. Not by a Flame Charge. Yeah, I think using Flame Charge would just be overkill. Especially on a Bug and Grass type Pokemon. Anyways, now we're done with him. Now let's move on to you. I was about to take a break, then I met you. Well, you can still take a break if you want to. I mean, if you want to battle me, then fine, but I'm just saying, you can still have your battle, Wade. Okay, yeah, if he's got 3 Pokemon and his first one's a Pansear, yeah, I think we can take a wild guess at what his other 2 Pokemon are. Oh wait, that's gonna storm a Person Berry. Oh really? Oh, I wanted to see how long I could hold on to that Person Berry. Oh, and you had to go ahead and freaking incinerate it. How dare you, Pansear? You deserve to go. You deserve to perish. Well, I guess that's the end for Fried Temple having that freaking person berry adventure. So I think it only lasted like maybe 7 videos. I want to say, yeah, I want to say at least 7. Yeah, that's definitely not long, but I'd say it was definitely something, right? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, Pick 9, why don't you go ahead and destroy his Pansage now? Yep, just like that. Yeah, that's what they get. And yep, and as to be expected, he's obviously gonna have his own Pampor too. Yep, no big shocker there. Absolutely not a big shocker whatsoever. Alright, let's say handle my Vine Whip now. Oh, really? That was a crit. I don't think the crit was... I think that was powered up. Yeah, I know I was powered up because of the Miracle Seed, but I think even without the crit, I'm pretty sure it would have done at least the most amount of damage still. But anyways, yeah, now as you can see, yeah, now the janitor that we actually met, as soon as we actually entered this building, actually turns out to be the strongest, the actual strongest person in the building, but also the chairman too. Yeah, yeah. Apparently, a freaking janitor is a chairman. Yeah, that's something that you don't see very often. But anyways, let's see what you got, Jeff. Alright, now we get this Pokemon. The actual rubbish bag being Trubbish. Yeah. Yeah, here's where we get introduced to the Pokemon evolution line that apparently not a lot of people don't like that much, considering they are literally just friggin' garbage. They're just literal garbage. They're literally garbage bags. And what was even more surprising, that its evolution, that Trubbish's evolution actually got a freaking G-Max form later on. Yeah, during Galar, it actually managed to get a freaking G-Max form. Yeah, out of all of the Pokemon in Gen 5, it was the only one that I actually got a Gmax for. Yeah, but anyways, and now is where we officially meet the well, actually again, again, because this is the Pokemon that we saw from Professor Juniper earlier. Yep, the Pokemon that really loves to be clean. That being Minccino. And yeah, as you saw, yeah, that Minccino, yeah, the Minccino line definitely, yeah, the Minccino line has the ability Q-Charm. So yeah, definitely be careful as you are making. Now, if you want to attack Minccino with physical attacks. Oh, okay, yeah, it says, yeah, he essentially disguised himself as a janitor. Yeah, to essentially fool everybody into believing that he's just some janitor. Yeah, and not really all that tough, all that much of a tough cookie. But as you can see, yep, that's right. Now, by defeating him, we finally get our hands on the experience share. Now, I feel like I may use this for at least for when we actually get our at least our 5th and 6th teammates. Because, yeah, if our team just happens to be a lot more stronger than the ones that we actually do end up getting, or essentially the ones that we actually do put onto my team, yeah, let's just say they're probably gonna need all the experience that they can get. So, and I may have to constantly switch over and whatnot. Yeah. But anyways, everyone, yeah, as you can see, yeah, we definitely spend more of our time in Castelia City than it is now the friggin' afternoon. Yeah. Yeah, and also, with the afternoon in Castelia City, yeah, they definitely they already turned on some of the lights out there. But anyways, yeah, I definitely need more super potions. And I definitely need more of those. Considering that I definitely had to use a plenty during that during our adventure in the battle company. But anyways, now as we continue going exploring, what do you say? Working women are beautiful, and battling Pokemon are wonderful. Yeah, I suppose that is true in a sense. Yeah. At the battle company, we welcome trainers who are proud of their skills. Yep, surely are indeed. Hey there, trainer. Are your Pokemon healthy? Well, now they are. No, being healthy is the best. Because when you're healthy, you can do anything. Well, mostly anything anyway. Next time, I'll do it. Next time, I want to eat a Castelia cone for sure. Yeah, apparently she has some obsession of eating Castelia cones. But anyways, now in this building is a place where I'm not going to spend too much time on, because now this place is more so about greeting people. Yeah, and honestly, yeah, this place I really don't want to spend too much time on. All that much. Yeah, it is more so a place where you can go around and essentially greet people and whatnot. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, you say you always feel some extra gratitude. Oh, hey, you dropped your Pokeball. Here you are. No, we didn't. What are you going on about, lady? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. We did not drop any of our Pokeballs. I think she planted that there. Yeah, she's telling us to be feeling a sense of gratitude. Again, I'm thinking that she planted that Pokeball there. Yeah, honestly, I feel like I'm being tricked here, so I really don't want to bother with you. Anyways, yeah, the building in this area is actually called Passerby Analytics HQ. And yeah, and if we want to join in this whole thing, yeah, we just need to talk to the leader, which is that scientist guy. But like I said, I'm not gonna bother too much with that. Yeah, but anyways, now for you. When works was finally over. When my friend Pokeball rocks 3 times, and I hear the great click. Yep, my life is full of things that give me joy. Yeah, I bet it. Yeah, I honestly bet it surely does. Okay, now if we go over here, now this is the Liberty Pier, and now with that boat there. Now here's the thing. But I'm not gonna be able to show this off because, well, if you want to go to a certain island from that boat, you're gonna have to go through an actual event. Yeah, that island is event exclusive only. And while I am playing this game on an emulator, you would think I would be able to show that off, like those places, like those certain events that I did show off for not only Platinum, but also for Soul Silver as well. But however, even though I tried my best to find it, I could not find any sort of codes that could help me actually get to that place. Yeah, even though I've looked, and yet none of the codes that none of the codes actually fit that description, or none of those codes would take me to that place. So that's actually, and I guess I should say this as well. The place that you go to from that boat actually holds a mythical Pokemon there. Now I feel like I'll save that for another time because, now for the street that we're on right now, it being the Pokemon Gym street. Yeah, it's of course where we actually get to encounter the actual Castelia gym itself. And as you can see, Cheren already beat us to it, and he has won. But for me, bug type Pokemon aren't too much of a challenge. So now you know which type of Pokemon that Burgh uses. That of course being from bug types. Hence what I was saying before about that we're not gonna be using Pansage for a little bit, considering that the Castelia gym is a bug type gym, so which means that Pansage is not gonna be getting that much experience. But anyways, now after he leaves, here is our gym leader himself again. Aha! You're the one who fought Team Plasma in Paintwell Forest. Yes, I am. If I remember, your name is Ditto. Yes, you guessed correctly, good sir. I come to challenge the gym, I suppose? Aw, sorry, but could you wait a bit? Why? No, I was informed that Team Plasma has shown up. Really? In fact, come with me. I'm going to the dock at Prime Pier. Alright, well, off it goes. Now for that other building that is over on the street. I'm actually gonna save that for essentially for the very end of our exploration, because you'll see what I mean as we actually get you'll see what I mean as we actually get to that point. Alright, and now after we're done talking to her, now here's where I'm gonna be ending up this part. And so, to the next part, I'll see you guys next time.